So what's up guys, it finally happened. The Switch 2 is finally here. After all the leaks and rumors and speculation, we finally have the reveal of the console itself. And say what you will about the reveal, I'm just excited that the next successor of the Switch is here. And that's pretty crazy coming from me, considering how I didn't even buy the Switch until about 4 or 5 years into its lifespan. But here I am, like a fanboy, ready for day one. In this video, I'm going to go over the games that I want to see ported to / brought to the Switch 2. And these are games that you can probably see coming, but these are games based off of my interest that I'm super excited to finally have on a handheld, on the Nintendo console, and I just think we should jump right into the video. So I'm going to focus mostly on ports right now of current gen games that I want to see brought to a Nintendo console, and I want to start off with something totally fresh, and that's Dynasty Warriors Origin. This game is awesome so far, and I think it would be the perfect entry for the Dynasty Warriors franchise onto the brand new Nintendo console. Dynasty Warriors has had a presence on Nintendo consoles, but not in the way that I would really like. I know there were Hyrule Warriors and things of that nature, but I want an actual Dynasty Warriors on the go that I can really enjoy, and I think Dynasty Warriors Origin fits the bill almost perfectly. Seeing as how this game is fresh, is brand new, it can easily be cross-promoted because it's just now coming out. I want to see this game on the brand new Nintendo hardware, especially testing the capabilities of this brand new Nintendo console, because this game has thousands of soldiers on the screen at one time, and I want to see exactly what the Switch 2 can do. Next up, I definitely want to see Tekken 8 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, if I recall, there's actually a rumor going around that Tekken 8 will be one of the launch titles for the Nintendo Switch 2, and that just makes my day. But you can never take anything as absolute fact until it is confirmed. But I, for one, would love to have Tekken on the go, especially the latest and the most powerful version of Tekken, with that being Tekken 8. Oh yes, baby, sign me up. So I hope Tekken 8 is on the list of games that are going to be ported to the Nintendo Switch 2, which would be great because I would love to whoop all of you guys over here in Nintendo land with Lee Chaolan. Since we're already in Bandai Namco territory, I mean, come on, you gotta have Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4 on the Nintendo Switch 2. This game looks tailor-made for this platform. The graphic style already works, and I can easily see it being one of those launch titles that can bring in a lot more of a different demographic and audience when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2. The anime fan base is pretty big, and why not sell a couple more millions of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero by putting it on the latest and brand new Nintendo system? I totally see this port happening. It's just a matter of time before it gets brought over. Now let's switch it from fighting games for a second, and let's go ahead and do Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. I could not stop raving about this game in all of 2024. However, this game failed to meet its sales expectations. I can easily see Capcom putting this title on the Nintendo Switch 2. This looks like one of those perfect titles to debut on such a brand new console. And let's face it, Capcom would definitely move some units if they were to bring this game to a wider audience, especially with that audience being the hungry fellas over there in Nintendo land. So for Kunitsugami to get a second chance at life, to get a second chance of redemption, I would love to see it on the Nintendo Switch 2, and that would bring more eyes and ears to this amazing game, which this game was my 2024 Game of the Year, and I would love it to be on the Nintendo Switch 2 so that it could garner a bit more attention and get the recognition it deserves. Now this next one is very high and important up on my list. That is Street Fighter 6 for Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, come on, you gotta have the most premier and, in my opinion, best version of Street Fighter to exist on the brand new Nintendo console. This game is still selling pretty darn good, and I would love to see the console pushed by this game's magnitude. This game and Tekken 7 can really show me what the Nintendo Switch can actually do and what it can actually handle. So until I see these two major fighting games ported over, I'll forever have questions about its capability, because these are some of the titles that I want to play on the go. These are titles that I want to have with me at all times if possible. However, knowing Capcom, we could actually probably get Super Street Fighter 6 debuting for the Nintendo Switch 2 and other platforms. Who knows? All I know is the Switch 2 being announced opens up a plethora of new third-party gaming content, and I am absolutely here for it. But I just really want to see Street Fighter 6 on a Nintendo console. I can't wait to see how it all plays out. But yeah, this is a big priority on my list when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2. And Capcom usually has a big presence with Nintendo, so I have no doubts that Street Fighter something is on the way. Now, of course, we also have to have a Monster Hunter on the Switch. I mean, at this point, they both go together hand in hand. And I don't know if it would be Monster Hunter Wilds per se. Maybe even World would be pretty cool. But I mean, I think at this point, you have to have a new Monster Hunter on the Nintendo Switch. And if it could be Monster Hunter Wilds, even better. This is definitely one of the major games that I want to see announced for the brand new console, especially because this game is not exactly out quite yet, but I don't know. Who knows when it comes to Monster Hunter how they're going to handle it. I know there was the whole, they made a Monster Hunter Rise initially for the Switch and things like that, but hey, this is a more powerful console, right? So hopefully we can get us some Monster Hunter Wilds on here as well. Now, we recently just had Yakuza Kiwami make its debut on the Nintendo Switch, and it's the first time that the Yakuza series has ever touched a Nintendo console. Well, let's just keep it on going. I would personally like to see Like a Dragon Gaiden on the Nintendo Switch 2, and while I'm at it, I may as well be fair. Seeing the Yakuza series, maybe even starting with Majima's latest game, the Pirate game, I would love to see this series firmly on the Nintendo Switch 2 because it's just a phenomenal series. I would love to see it finally and truly expanded so that everyone, even in Nintendo land, can enjoy the awesomeness of the Like a Dragon / Yakuza series. So yeah, guys, those are just a couple of the games that I want to see ported over to the Nintendo Switch. Now notice I didn't use this as a wish list for games that are not announced or my dream games. I'm strictly talking about games that we already have that are available on different platforms, but I would like to see it on this hardware just to see what I am working with. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. It means a ton to me. Thank you so much for checking out our content. Be sure to check out more content here on the channel. What are your thoughts? Are you excited about the Switch 2? Or was the reveal just a little meh? Some people I saw were a little upset with the reveal about how it was so casual. Other folks knew it was going to happen that way because of all the leaks. Me? I feel good. I mean, I feel happy. I wasn't around for the launch of the Switch, like I wasn't a big Nintendo Switch fanboy, but over the years I've come to really enjoy my Switch, and this time I'll be there, depending on what them launch titles look like. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.